sorry it has been so long, and please, please, please excuse the fact that I am laying in the bed with my bonnet on my pillow, but you'll understand why that is in just a second. So just hang with me, and just I have to apologize first for it being so long, but there's been so much going on. First and foremost, though, I need to say thank you to Margaret Wells. Margaret, thank you so much for checking on me. You know, when you haven't seen me in over a week, something's not right or something is going on. I shouldn't say not right, but something is going on. I'm super busy doing something. And I just really, truly appreciate the fact that when I am not present, you know that I'm not present, and just want to make sure that everything is okay in my life. So I truly, truly, truly appreciate you, Margaret. You are just so amazing. And so I thank God for you. Y'all, it has been... goodness, it has been so busy for me lately. I am still dealing with, the health stuff, and I'll get into that in just one second. But outside of that, y'all know that I'm a choir director. And so when I'm not feeling good, or when I'm really sick, or all of that, life still doesn't stop, church still doesn't stop. And I try my best to do what I have said that I'm going to do. Of course, everyone is understanding and patient, and they work well with me. I love where I am. I love the people that I work with in the ministry, and I love just being able to minister to people through song and as a director. But if you know me, I try my hardest to be present and to do what I say I'm going to do. And so this week and last week, and it's just been really busy. It is revival season, meaning that churches all over everywhere are having like homecoming, where everybody comes back home and worships at their church home. And some churches rather, have services all week after their homecoming Sunday, and they call it the revival. And then some churches have their revival services Monday through Wednesday, or just different days or whatnot. And during that time, because it's every night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, or Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, or whatever your church does, you need a choir to sing each night. And so it is a way to bring the communities together. And so you ask different churches to come and sing for your revival, and there's a different preacher who is coming to ignite the Jesus that's in you, reminding you of the Christian and the servants that we are supposed to be, reviving our lives so that we can keep pushing on and doing the right thing, and following Jesus's example. And so that's what the revival season is all about. With that being said, as a choir director, when my church has been asked to come and participate in the revival services of other churches, I have to go. I have to go for the choirs. And so in the last 2 weeks, there have been 3 engagements. Now, you all know, Monday through Friday, Angel is doing what she's doing right now, or resting somewhere, or doing something to make sure that I am okay, because my weekends are busy with church, and I know that doesn't sound a lot for some of you, but for me, dealing with lupus and POTS and all the different chronic illnesses and all of that, that's pretty much all I can stand to do. And so I love that, and so I love to do that rather. And so I count my spoons accordingly, and try to distribute them in the areas in which I need to be able to have a weekend where I'm able to make it to church and things of that nature, or choir rehearsal or things of that nature. So during the week, I am typically resting for my weekend. And then when Sunday service is over, I'm resting again because I'm worn slam out. But during revival season, I have to count my spoons differently and distribute them differently through my day and take more breaks. So, for an example, if I would normally take the dog for the walk, doesn't really happen very often. But if I had made that plan that I'm gonna go for a short stroll, I wouldn't do it. I would save that spoon and that energy for the service I have to go to later on in the day, and I would make sure that I rest all day to be able to do that. So that's what I've had to do, and being that I've had to do that, I have been so tired that videoing or vlogging has been hard to do. I have been blogging on angelsLupusJourney.com, not as much as I was doing before. Like I was doing them every day, but a couple of weeks ago it was like every day I was writing something. I had inspiration, and honestly, again, just too tired to have any inspiration to write, but I still have had some really good ones that I've posted. So if you have not, make sure you go follow in that blog. And so when I write or send you an email to let you know that I've written something, and a lot of times it's when everybody is sleeping that I'm up writing. So I have done that, but I've really been resting. I am still dealing with the GI bleed, and I told you all before that I was going to have a procedure. I did. It's the colonoscopy. Typically, you don't have that unless you have a family history of colon cancer or anything until I think it's like 35. You will have that early if you have that history, but if not, 50. But because I was having the rectal bleeding and the GI bleed, it's that's what it is, a GI bleed, and it comes out from your rectum. I of course had to have a colonoscopy. They did an endoscopy, which goes in down my throat and looking at the upper GI tract when I was in the hospital. And then you have the lower GI tract, which is the lower part of your intestines and all of that they go in to look at. And that is done by the colonoscopy. Now, if you've ever had a colonoscopy, you know that the prep is worse than the procedure itself. There is something that you drink, and there's different types of drinks that they give you. There's one called the Go Lightly drink, which is a thicker drink, and it's a big volume of drink. It's a lot to drink, and it's just thick. It doesn't have the worst taste, but it's just hard to literally sit there for that long period of time trying to drink that drink. And the purpose of these drinks is to flush your system, to get rid of everything in your intestines so they can go and look and see things clearly in there. And so basically it's like laxative. And then there is another drink that's called the Pro Prep, and another one, I think it's Pro Prep. And then there's another one called Soup Prep. And they're similar. Those two are similar. And it's a smaller amount to drink, but it's a higher concentration of the laxative. And that tastes like sugar on steroids, like syrup. It's disgusting. It has the worst aftertaste. You want to throw it up, but you can't. You have to drink it. And so I was on a liquid diet all day on Wednesday, and Wednesday night I had to drink and I had to mix 8 ounces of the Soup Prep with water to make 16 ounces and drink that at 6 o'clock on Wednesday night. And then on Thursday morning, I had to do that same ritual again at 10 o'clock a.m. to prepare for my 4 o'clock colonoscopy I had at the hospital. I had to be there an hour early for pre-op and all of that. Or registration rather, and all of that. And so you guys, that prep, yes, it has to clean out your system. So you're going to the bathroom. But I had the soup prep this time, and I've had the Go Lightly before. And the Go Lightly, because it's different, and it's a bigger volume, like I said, it's more to drink, it's thicker, it's just different. It doesn't cramp your stomach as bad. But the soup prep, and I was talking to the nurse that took care of me yesterday, and she had the Pro Prep, I think it's called the Pro Prep. She had that, and there's, like I said, they're similar, and she said the same thing. It cramps your stomach so bad. It was so much pain. Like, I was just like, Lord, please let me go to the bathroom. Otherwise, I need to go to the emergency room because this hurts so bad, and I can take pain, but goodness gracious. And then I was on a liquid diet, so there was really no food or anything in there, but you have to, your intestines are, I think they said 10 feet. I mean, not 10 feet. I forget. It's a long, your intestines are really, really long. I can't think. I'm tired. And so you have to get the drink all the way through and get rid of everything that's in there. And so it's a long ways. And so you have food stuck in there from last week before last, and so you have to get it out. Although that I was on a liquid diet. And so it wasn't as bad as far as I had a bunch of stuff in my stomach. I didn't, because I hadn't really been able to eat that well and all of that from the GI bleed anyway. But, the cramping was so bad. And the going to the bathroom constantly, waking up in the middle of the night, running to the bathroom, and then being up all day yesterday going to the bathroom. I did get, like I said, to the hospital at 3:00, and the procedure was, I don't know how long it was, because they do put you to sleep for that procedure. So I had anesthesia and all of that. And of course they wake you up afterwards, and you have to drink for them and try to swallow something and eat something for them. And so I did that. I did fine with that. I felt okay. Like, I felt okay, I can get up. I'm just hungry. I want to go eat. And they recommended eating something with bread, like breakfast food, pancakes, waffles, stuff like that. Or if you're going to go on the food side, then soups, just nothing greasy, nothing heavy, nothing like that. And for me, because of my history, and they did do a lot of biopsies when they were inside, they gave me pain medicine. So I really wasn't in all that much pain at first, but I didn't realize it was because I wasn't hurting. It was more or less because I had the pain medicine that I wasn't hurting. It wasn't the fact that I wasn't going to feel pain later on from it. But in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm good. I can go. I'm not that dizzy. I'm not that loopy. I still really was. And so I had to go to choir rehearsal after that. And I sat at choir rehearsal last night trying to get ready for our own homecoming and revival. So I did sit through that, and that was difficult. I just wouldn't tell anybody or let anybody know I was there, that I was struggling through it, but I did. I made it through it. And I'm proud of myself. But at the same time, I'm like, why the world did you do that? I mean, I know it's important, but go to bed. So literally, I have been in the bed since last night, of course, going to the bathroom and washing and brushing teeth and stuff, but getting back in the bed and resting. And I am feeling the pain today from the biopsies and just everyday pain. And it's been raining and storms galore here. And if you have anything autoimmune or where your body aches and stuff like that, when it rains, it is so much worse. And so I've been dealing with that. I just took some pain medicine just now, and so hopefully I will be able to rest. But while I had the second, and it was on my mind because Margaret Wells reached out and said, hey sis, are you okay? I said, well, let me make this video. I might be babbling, or something might not be clear. Charge it to all that is going on right now, and I'll get it all straight on my next video. Y'all don't fuss at me for going to rehearsal last night. I know, like, when I got home and like realized that I'm coming down off the anesthesia. Like, that wasn't very bright. So I get that. But when you're not in the right mind, you're not in the right mind. But I'm okay. I did not hurt myself or anything. Like I said, I sat the entire time. Well, almost the entire time. You got to walk somewhere. But, while I was directing the choir, I was sitting. And so, I didn't do anything too strenuous or anything, but I should have been in the bed resting. But I am here now, and I'm doing okay. Just tired and hurting some. But the big thing is finding out why I am having the bleeding, fixing it so I can go on with my life. Go back to my normal, not doing anything, but having these illnesses on top of the illnesses that I already have been pretty rough. So I am thankful to get to a place where we'll have some answers and be able to work with it and fix it. This video has been long enough. It always happens that way when I have to come back and catch you all up, but I will try to be back soon. Again, it's still so busy, but I should be able to get back sooner than I was this last time. Thank you so much for checking on me here on YouTube, Margaret, and then everybody else who has been following my Facebook and my Instagram, and Angel's Lupus Journey, who have kept in contact with me. Thank you guys so much. I will be continuing to post the Lupus Walk for Richmond, Virginia. Is going to be October 12th, and I am involved in that with the Lupus Foundation of America. So I will be posting a lot of that on Facebook. There is already one post up about it. You can, if you're here in Virginia, you can join Team Angel's Lupus Journey and walk on October the 12th. I'll give more information in a later video about that. But if you're interested, comment down below or send me a message on Facebook, Instagram, or whatnot. And make sure you are following me everywhere you want to see me. Just go look for Angel's Lupus Journey. There's angelslupusjourney.com, Angel's Lupus Journey on Facebook, Angel's Lupus Journey on Instagram, and of course here. I love you guys. I love you with the love of Jesus. I hope everything is well in your life and your family's life, and I'll see you next video. Bye.